about it, but they would be. You're right. Because I believe they've competed in every game. Maybe one where they were totally out of it, but they've competed.
Very good over from Sami. Just 2 runs off it. 49 without a wicket after 6 overs.
After 6 overs, Lahore Qalandars.
So first power play for Lahore, where they have not lost a wicket. JP Duminy coming on to bowl again. That's well fielded. It's a well appointed fielder there. That's the second reverse flick that's gone to the fielder from Devcich. Catcher is the call, that's gone, and sail over the long off fielder. That's muscled for 6.
Yeah, and it's a terrific stroke. Always is over extra cover. It's probably a little straighter than that, but he got enough on it. It was opening up. That's exactly where he wanted to hit. He trusted it wasn't going to turn past the bat. You take a risk when it's turning away. Good execution.
Oh, adjusted just at the last moment. Well delivered, well bowled by JP Duminy. Shortened the length. Move for 1 million. Are you guys interested in doing it? Head and shoulders move. Oh, gone, caught behind. They've gone for the appeal. What is the umpire thinking? Luke Ronke is going to ask the captain to go for a review, and we have a referral.
And Duminy also asked for it straight away. He turned to the skipper and said, "We've got to go for this."
Yeah, big moment, isn't it? Because Fakar has been batting so well. He's got this side off to a ripping start, 34 from 23. We saw Shazad, that faint edge last night, and he was disappointed with it. We've got something similar here, and we'll see whether there's a disturbance in the line when it comes up.
I thought the keeper was convinced that there was an underage. It was beautifully kept by Luke Ronke. It is extremely close. This ultra edge, there is certainly an edge. It spikes up the ultra edge, so you know that there is an under edge. I think it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, disturbance, and it will be out, and it's another one of those faint edges. If it's a healthy edge, there's a big rise, a big spike, and that was just a little disturbance, and very hard for the umpire to hear. But Luke Ronke, he was very confident, wasn't he? Straight away, he said, yeah, there was a flick on that. And Fakar is walking back. Terrific start, though, 34. It's 56 for 1.
Well played for Islamabad. इस्लामाबाद कितना रोला डालेगा? Next man, Aga Salman.
Agha Salman at number 3, 24 years of age. That best of 42 was scored against Islamabad United. Getting the ball to spin, I think that is why there's this interest from Misbah to introduce spin. Feather under edge and well collected by the keeper. It was quicker delivery and well handled. The appeal was in unison. Very good over from JP, 56 for 1.
Lioness dancers, and they've been going hard, haven't they, throughout the PSL? Good energy, a bit like Danny and Wilco, Rummies. Energy levels outstanding.
It's only a matter of time, you know, before he's down there. You know that. Danny the Bungra.
I'll join him. We can go either side. Be 5 of us. We'll give it a go. Maybe tomorrow's the day.
Well, tomorrow you'll be wearing new apparel.
Oh, can't wait.
Fahim Ashraf, 3 for 23 in his last game. Good all-round cricketer. Yeah, let's see whether Qalandars can consolidate after that very good start, because they can falter and wither away in no time. Just good hitting down the ground. Is very good against spin, can use his speed and also can play the sweep shot. Not bad against pacer also. A couple of good pull shots. This went for 6.
Yeah, it was outstanding, and we've seen it before. We've seen it before. So they've got to keep going now, Lahore. Stay confident and think on your feet. I think they've just been a bit, throw caution to the wind, keep hitting, wicket, wicket, keep hitting, rather than just assessing it better.
I think Agha Salman is a good choice at number 3, because the way he batted in the last innings, he showed a lot of flair and ability to stay at the crease, and I think that is what they need from a number 3 batsman. Bit of calmness, bit of good intelligent batting. Just pick the right ball to choose to hit.
But I think, Rummies, when you've got off to a bit of a flyer, a solid start, you can afford to keep pressing for a while.
Oh, have a look at that. That's gone. 6. It was a strong slice. Nothing more than that. He didn't catch it in the middle of the bat, but just powered it over the rope.
Well, recently I've seen a lot of Anton Devzic. He played in the Hong Kong T20 Blitz, and he was a key player opening the innings, and he opened the bowling with his slow left arm. He's a really very well-equipped all-round, and he's perfect for PSL, perfect for the Qalandars. He's been on the bench up until now, and of course change of circumstances has meant that the left-hander from New Zealand gets his chance. He's 26 from 18, strike rate of 144.
I mean, cleared the fence. There was a fielder there, had the confidence really to go for that 6. Taps it for a single. I think their target should be not to lose wickets in a heap. I think that should be what they need to do at this stage.
Yeah, and that's good start. Keep pushing, keep going with it, but you start to lose a couple. You're now reassessing. And you've got to build again to that final 5, 4, 3 overs. And that's when you can do some more damage. But at the moment, they're on track for 169 at this current rate.
Ready for the duel. Some off the middle, some not. This was a 6 over long off. It's been a good over for the Qalandars. 11 runs conceded by Fahim Ashraf. 67 for 1.
That's the view across this fantastic ground here in Dubai. We've got the earliest start, not many in the house. We're expecting more, and then tomorrow night as well. Hopefully we'll be getting some good crowds in.
Psychedelic. The playing or dancing to a Par Bhangra tune.
Well, our outfits tomorrow are not dissimilar, and I'm donning a little bit of pink myself.
My. Get the selfie done then.
We will. Don't worry, you're included in that.
Yes, yeah, I've got a very flashy outfit as well. Alan hasn't liked his. That's into the gap, and 4. He's playing a very good innings here. There's aggression mixed with caution. Zainab Abbas, where are you?
Well, it is the birthday of Islamabad United's owner here, Amna Naqvi. Amna, first of all, happy birthday to you. You must be really pleased with the way Islamabad United has come through after that win against Karachi Kings.
Yes, I'm getting that same feeling that we had when it was PSL 1 and this team really started performing, and that's exactly the kind of feeling I'm having right now. So.
And what about that match, you know, the one that went down to the wire in that super over? How challenging is it for an owner to be watching that from the sidelines?
It was like reality TV on steroids, in a sense. It was so much drama in those 2 overs that I myself have seen those 2 overs again, and I'm not one to keep watching a match that we win again and again, but just those 2 overs were so amazing. The way it was so dramatic, the twists and the turns with McCullum being out, and then the last ball, and then Andre hitting a 6er just like Miyadad did in Sharjah. So it reminded me of that as well.
And what about Andre Russell? Losing him must be a big blow.
Of course it is, but then if a player is injured, then it is best that they try to go and recover, and we really miss Andre, and he's been great for us. So we wish him the best with his recovery.
What about having somebody like Waqar in the camp? What does he bring to the team?
You can see our fast bowlers, the way they're performing, Sami and Roman before he was injured, and I think that would be mostly all Waqar actually.
Okay, I need to ask you this. Is Dino the lucky charm for the team, wearing his suit?
Yes, I think the suit in the beginning when he was wearing the suit, I think has really worked. He is like #the suit. And I think, yeah, it is the lucky charm.
Okay, thank you so much, Amna, and good luck with Islamabad United.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Zainab.
Lovely 6 from the left-hander. He goes big again. Yeah, that's into the gap as well. That is great batting. But someone who's playing for the first time, it doesn't look rusty at all.
Wow, what a power innings this is. And he had to take second fiddle when Fakar was out there, and now he is surging. And he's played it beautifully because Fakar probably got most of the strike. He gets out, so he says, well, I have been in, I will try and accelerate. Exactly what he's doing.
I think...
That's the wrong one.
Yeah, I know.
That's a very wrong one.
Well, wasn't that expected after being hit over long on and mid-wicket? Just go wide outside the off stump, but too wide. Maybe it's mystery ball. Goes round armish on that occasion. 2 runs taken. Ends with 1 for 38. JP, expensive, 86 for 1.
Yeah, it's a remarkable over, 19. It really does propel you into a positive position. So 86 after the 9th over. I was very interested that Brendan McCullum said he felt it was an underdone, underprepared pitch. Looked magnificent when I was out there. And we're starting to see everything raise, aren't we, in terms of scores and the belief that you can get 180, chase 150.
It's a low-key HBL PSL for Shadab Khan. We know that he's got a lot of talent and ability.
Yes, he has, and he's only, though, Rami's picked up 1 wicket in this HBL PSL. That's not a criticism, that's just an observation.
It's just a fact, isn't it?
And it's a fact, absolutely, yeah. And I don't think it worries him, because we know he's got a mature head on good shoulders. He bowls magnificently at all levels and in all formats. Feels well, bats well.
Well, he's just got to keep the economy rate down. If he's achieving that, he's maybe getting wickets at the other end, and his wickets will come. So it's less than 8, and the wickets can start tumbling. And there's plenty of games. There's Islamabad have only just started to click in terms of a team.
It's gone fine, and 4. He's batting beautifully. In control and hitting 4s and 6s and imaginative hitting.
Well, he's got his own technique. He's a pretty loose technique, but gee, he's got a big game, hasn't he? He's got the power, and then he's picked that one. That's the wrong one, and executed that really well. We've seen a couple of reverse sweeps go wrong. KP got one wrong. We've seen Brendan McCullum get one wrong. That was really good execution because it was the right ball to play it to.
Scoring at just under 10 and over. It's gone again. Oh, now then, it's tight. This is tight. It's going to go upstairs here because the umpire can't give this.
I think he's out. They're in a huddle and congratulating Mohammad Sami. I think it's Sami with a direct hit at 37. It's not bad effort at all. Oh, he's in. I think he's in. When Zinger lights up, I think the bat is in. So they'll have another look at it. But I think he should get the benefit of the doubt. It appears as if he's made his ground.
Yeah, he's just made it. I bet that felt for him that he'd made it easily, that he'd got home. And it's just remarkable how close a direct hit makes it. And as a batsman, when you think you're just in, you're often just out. But he's just got home, so that keeps this partnership intact. 35 it's worth, 36 it's worth. Salman scored 4 of them.
Yeah, 50 for the left-hander. First for a Qalandar batsman in this year's HBL PSL. Strike rate of 185. Seen some great 6s and 4s in this innings from the left-hander.
Well, you say, where's he been? Why hasn't he played before now? But he was obviously in as an extra in the squad initially, and because they've been playing poorly, they've needed change, and he's been given the opportunity, and he's got another half of the tournament to be involved, and if they win every game...
That's a wrong one, I think, pitched outside the leg stump. Not read by the left-hander. Shadab feeling a bit confident after that first start. Should do. 94 for 1.
Anton, that's it. Anton के लिए भरपूर शॉट बचा दो. Well played, Anton.
Current run rate at 9.4. This is the best start for the Qalandars in this HBL PSL. 94 for 1, 10 overs bowled, and Devsic is playing a wonderful innings here. 50 from 28. Oh, Steve Finn, that's a wide for the Englishman. Well, there was a shout for LBW, the last ball of the over from Shadab, but it pitched outside leg stump. So that's the end of that little scrutiny right there. Devsic going along at 178 strike rate, 4 4s and 3 6s.
Yeah, Devsic, first game of the PSL, and he's looked the real deal, smacking it down the ground, and that meant that he got the first 50
So we wish him the best
for Lahore Qalandars in this PSL.
It also shows why they're 5 from zip. Haven't got a win yet. Incredible that no player getting a half century until the 6th match they're playing in season 3. Staggering. But he has had a wonderful 15 months in terms of a strike rate of around about 168, 69. Overall, this is in this form of the game, an average of just under 43. So he likes 2020 Baz.
cricketgateway.com for international viewers and cricketgateway.pk for Pakistani viewers.
Inside out, what a lovely looking stroke this is. They'll get 2. Salman looks good. We saw his stroke play in Sharjah, and I will say this, Baz, that he looks a good prospect.
Oh, well, he's quite silky through the offside, isn't he? Has those lovely wrists hitting through the line.
Alan, if he gets out now, I'm going to throw you out the window, Alan Wilkins. Sick of your kisses of death.
Well, I tell you what, I've had a few, haven't I? Said that.
Yes,
Yeah,
you have.
There've been a few. Hold your breath. Here we go.
But the question here is, Danny Morrison, why does Baz McCullum not play him before? Kiwi lad, he's not played him. He's come in and scored a 50.
Yeah, well, balance of the side. Only so many international players. And I think when you looked at the grassy pitch here at the start of PSL 3, went for the seam option a bit more than, say, pace off the ball, where Anton is a specialist spinner.
3 men back on that leg side, so it's only 1. Just looking here. Oh, he has got his pads on. So he looks relaxed, and so he should be, because his side is 99 for 1. 1 ball to go to complete the 11th over. Dinesh Ramdin padded up as well. What an innings this has been from Anton Devsic. Plays for the Northern Districts up in the North Island of New Zealand.
Northern Knights, Alan Wilkins.
That would be with a K.
Hopefully. It is your eyes.
You've had a few Northern Nights. without a K. Slapped away again by Devsic. Couple more here for the Kiwi. 11 overs bowled. It's the 100 up. It's 101 for 1.
Lahore Qalandars, Islamabad United.
Shadab Khan, still just one wicket in the PSL. He had a terrific PSL too. He was a star boy there, but really struggled. That one wicket was courtesy of brilliant catch from Asif Ali.
Catch it, catch it, catch it.
And out there, takes the catch.
Islamabad United.
So that's his second wicket. He takes the wicket and boy is he happy. Agha Salman trying to knock this over mid-wicket, the slog sweep, but picked out Saib Zada Farhan, who just clings on to it. Shadab Khan, yeah, relieved. Just his second wicket, but a good one. Breaks the partnership. Out for 8, Agha Salman, 101 for 2.
Takes a nose ball. Shadab Khan. Next man, Dinesh Navdeep.
Well, Dinesh Ramdin, the West Indies former captain, comes in and surveys what's around him. Now he's got a great platform here, 101 on the board. We're just started the 12th over. A little bit of turn there for Shadab. Were you surprised not to see McCullum?
Yeah, I am. Okay. And I'm surprised that Salman hit this in the air so well. He should have, in a way, just still getting established. He got to 8, and that's all. So his second wicket for Shadab Khan. Good stuff for the young fella, but not so for this other young fellow. Salman. And he hit those along the ground, and just steady yourself and get in before you tee off.
Into the 12th over, and Islamabad are deploying a slip. Asif Ali is in there at slip for Shadab Khan.
Yeah, just on Ramdin coming in. You talked about the balance of the side, the balance of overseas players. You can't have 2 Kiwis out there straight away.
Why not? Left and right hand combo. Marvellous. Doesn't bowl, it's 103 for 2.
Devsic holding the Qalandars together here with a 54. McCullum still to come. Well, he did say at the toss there would be structural changes. That's fairly structural, isn't it? That's a heck of a haircut. That's a good haircut there. Head and shoulders haircut. Steve Finn. Oh, he would have gone. He would have been absolutely gone.
Yeah, would have been Devsic too. Shadab Khan so quickly in. He had all the time in the world, but just missed the stumps. Nowhere in the frame, Devsic. And would have been a big wicket. And would have just sent jitters down Lahore Qalandar, because they're prone to one or two of those domino effects.
Slower ball, but delivered on a short length from Steve Finn.
Yeah, it's a funny old game when you miss a couple of games, Stephen Finn has, and you're subtly out of sync. You're just missing your lengths and you're not quite as confident as executing, as opposed to these guys executing the selfies. But Stephen Finn got a 3 for in Sharjah, but he then missed out in playing the next game. And you want to keep playing as a bowler, particularly when you're getting people out. There's the radar happening, yeah, and he's hardly followed through there at all, Stephen Finn. Frustrated with himself. And again, the left-hand, right-hand combo just stuffs up the bowlers somewhat in terms of their lines. Social media, Alan Wilkins is the king of this. He's all over it.
I think you've got the wrong man there, Danny. Bazid Khan is your man. It's good bowling this from Steve Finn. He hasn't given Ramdin much to deal with. Ramdin's just allowed the ball to hit the top of the bat on the big man.
He's such a confidence bowler and a rhythm bowler. He's gone through, well, he had the hips in Australia as well, so he needs games under his belt, and once he gets those 3 wickets in Sharjah, he needed to play more. Even used to hit the stumps a lot, and back leg would just clip the stumps, and now that's a no ball, so the bowlers union won't be happy with him.
All he had to do was just come that little bit wider, and it sounds easy to say, but when you've done it for so many years and you're in a groove and you like to get in close, stump to stump, wicket to wicket, does Stephen Finn, because he's 6'7" or 8. Problem was, is they slightly collapse in that knee, that back leg landing, the knee would jut out, collapse and knock over the stumps at the bowler's end. But he has fixed it.
See how he makes a lot of room for himself, Anton Devsic, and that indicates how much confidence is very much with him in this innings here. 56 from 34.
Yeah, just that little bit wider now in terms of his approach. And watch the back leg, the right leg. Geez, there it collapsed there. That used to knock the stumps over regularly. And that was the frustration, because then they've turned it into a no ball, because it was so frustrating for the batting side. Really did put the striker off.
"13 overs gone, it's 109 for 2. Park. Dinesh Ramdin, 4 from 7. It's just begun his innings. Devsic still there, 56 from 34. And Brendan McCullum still to come. So the platform is a good one here for the Lahore Qalandars. Could be a couple here. No.
Interestingly, Devsic, Narayan, McCullum, Omar Akmal not playing today, Ramdin, they all played for Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean CPL 2016, so they'll know each other well.
Well, it's just a real study of the way that Devsic has been playing here. Watch how he clears that left leg, and he gets into such a good position to clear the left leg, gives his arms all the room he wants to play leg side. And of course you saw him coming down the pitch, hitting it, the right leg I should say, his front leg, so he gives his arms room to play the shot.
The other thing about it is he is a spinner, so he knows what's coming in a way, and he's so good at sort of almost judging, preempting. Sun is out, it's warm, it can obviously get you down a bit, can't it? Hot weather here, starting to.
Oh!
The heave. Nelson is up for 2 off 14.
One 11 for 2 after 14 overs. Lahore Qalandars. Islamabad United.
Six overs to go here. Devsic, strike rate 162. But the way that Ramdin's playing at the other end, it's putting on a little pressure. He's used up 2 overs, Dinesh Ramdin, and he hasn't given those Pepsi catch-a-craw candidates much of a chance. It's hit 5 singles. The Pepsi catch-a-craw, you're standing in the right place in this stadium, you've got a chance of getting in with a prize worth a part of $1 million. It's going to be Fahim Ashraf. None for 11 from his first over.
Yep.
There's a mini comeback from United these past couple of overs, not allowing Lahore Qalandars the freedom of those boundaries and not allowing them to get away. It's probably the theme of this pitch as well. Last 3 overs, just 10 runs. With the spinners on and with the ball just getting a little older, it's much more difficult to get the ball away to the fence.
Well, Ramdin can't keep just nudging the ball down for naught. That's 13 balls for 5. Coming in when they had 100 on the board, and a platform was set really for Brendan McCullum.
Do you think he's gone a little too funky, Brendan McCullum, and dropping himself down the order?
I'll pop downstairs, Baz, and ask him. Slide on down there. Yeah, sit on Orion. It changed it up. This is the 5th opening pair change in 6 matches. 5 different combinations of opening the batting for Lahore, and now this is the 6th match only. So strategy changing, as McCullum said at the toss. A lot of structural change, but also it's just the thought process as well, and wanting to be positive and give someone else something refreshing, give it a go. And they've used Devsic, and he's in there, and he's 58 from 36. 3 maximums and 4 fours.
Umpire calls a wide.
Struck the ball well. Devsic. First 50 in this PSL for Lahore Qalandars and done the job at the top of the order.
Well, the owners there, Fawad Rana in the green and Ali Naqvi with the Islamabad United. Oh, he's smiling. He really needs a few more runs to broaden that smile right now.
Yeah, just getting singles. Ramdin not getting the boundaries. Devsic also now feeling the pressure. A little bit of pressure building. And something has to give.
Absolutely, because this partnership has used up 21 deliveries and all they've got on the board for it is 14.
Going backwards. There are far too many red dots. For Dinesh Ramdin, and no yellow dots to the fence.
"15 overs gone. Qalandars 116 for 2.
Shetty.
116 for 2, 5 overs remaining. They're on track for 160 at least, as this one bounce to the man in the deep. And Ramdin, 46 deliveries faced in the PSL, 43 correction, and without a boundary. Still without a boundary, Flem.
This is the most boring wagon wheel I've ever seen in T20 cricket. This is the anti-T20 wagon wheel. For him not to be able to find the boundary is astounding. And they're all ones. It's not as if he's doubling up either. But it's getting near crunch time. They've got Brendan McCullum, they've got Narayan. They're all hard hitters of the ball.
Valid question. Why is he out there? Doesn't seem to be in good form also, not middling the ball. I mean, there's potential for Qalandars to score a lot many in the last few overs, but I think it's come to a grinding halt, this charge that we saw develop in the first 7 or 8 overs. Hoga Saaf Pakistan, keep Pakistan green and Saaf.
Yeah, well, it's now taking away from that start, isn't it? I mean, their total should be setting sights on 180. That's the start they've got. Devsic still out there, Devsic, and he is the man. He's been absolutely brilliant. Strike rate of 152. And he can be the closer, but you have got McCullum coming in as well. So you've got that opportunity, but you don't want Ramden chewing up another 2 overs.
Mick, basically Ramden has to try and hit a boundary. There's no point being out there if he's not scoring. There's another dot ball.
Seven overs without hitting the fence. 9 from 18 at this stage of the game. That's criminal. Strike rate of 53. He misses the ball once again. 120 for 2. Yeah, he's just not built for the kill. Gotta say, ball spinning across middle to off.
Islamabad United.
We haven't got a big crowd in, but certainly the owners are there and those associated with the franchises. Some of the partners are in town as well, so they come to the games and watch and support. And a big hello to you. So for him now, he's got 2 overs remaining today. And just trying to dink that to the onside, misses out. Devcic.
Well, Devcic doesn't need to get too funky either. He's got genuine power. That type of ball, he should be looking to go over mid-wicket or square leg. This is the pressure that's built on. The partnership's 20 off 29 at that stage when you're looking to accelerate. 8 wickets in hand.
Well, it's uncharted territory, Flem. That's the thing. Normally they've been scrambling to try and find a total at this point, but they've got a launching pad. It's almost like they don't know what to do. Well, they know in theory what to do, but the moment Ramden's costing such a flow and it's putting pressure on Devcic.
Yeah, from problem of scarcity to problem of plenty.
Yeah, well, there's the wicket. It's probably not a bad thing. I know that doesn't sound right, a batsman getting out, but it's probably a good thing for Lahore. And he just had to go swing hard. If he got out like that, so be it.
I think it's a very good result for Qalandars, because he's going nowhere with this batting display. Good hit of 4, just didn't look happy out there. But who picked him to bat at 4? I think that's a valid question. 9 from 20, 121 for 3.
Let's welcome Brandon McCullum.
Here he is, Brendan McCullum, the captain of Lahore. And I'm sure he's been frustrated so many times in this tournament. 123, 105 strike rate, that's well down. But there was that one innings where he's trying to guide his team home and play a different innings that has cost him strike rate-wise. That was off the inside thigh onto the stumps. But at least it gives McCullum a chance, along with Devcic, to finish strongly. Get a handsome total. That's the position they're in. Can they finish it off?
It's going straight away. It would have made a case for Dinesh Ramden to bat at 4 if wickets were falling, so there was somebody there to just rotate the strike, take those singles, not take risks. But when you've been given such a rollicking start, why would you not want to send a Sunil Narayan or a Brendan McCullum to follow on that great platform?
Well, that's gone high, and they're running back, taken. It's a really good take. So that's Sammy. He had a lot of work to do to nestle under that, but he did all the hard work. Secure, and another wicket goes down.
I think it's probably tiring a little, and just didn't get around this one. The bouncer doing a very, very good job for Fahim Ashraf, and a good catch by the 37, what is it, 38 now, Mohammad Sami. Anticipated it well, but an entertaining innings, a very good innings comes to an end. 62 for 42, 122 for 4.
Let's clap for Anton. Please welcome Sunil Narayan.
Ryan, well, we know the power play he can bring into the game. He is a power hitter. He's a very aggressive player. Doesn't always play the right shot to the right ball, but if he gets going, he can be a destroyer. And another single there to McCullum. So Narayan, if he can get himself going and understand the length that he hits the best, not just keep swiping, but he's got his particular big shots that are in control, and then there are those that he just takes on that aren't there. Another look at this really good catch.
Yeah, the sun would have been in his eye as well, and not easy to take off for a skier from shadow light to sunlight, and so it's a very good catch, running backwards and taking it quite comfortably in the end.
Fahim Ashraf's had a really good series, hasn't he? Getting wickets. Best of a 3 for. He's also scored a 4 not out. A couple of wickets in this over. Economy rate are good in this game again. He's a fine all-round player. Narayan, well, he's basically a slogger. So he will get his front leg out of the way, and he'll use a lot of bottom hand. See as Fahim's up to the challenge.
Yeah, and he likes that fuller length. He'll go over cover. It's the shorter length where he can get caught a bit short and sky the ball. It's 123 for 4. 3 overs remaining.
$123 for 4. After 17 overs, Lahore Qalandars.
Well, it's an interesting table. Runs, wickets in over 16 to 20, and this is a cumulative runs with wickets right through HBL PSL 3 and Multan Sultans 262 with 10 wickets falling. So that's a runs wicket average of 26.2, 27.7 for Islamabad. But Lahore 3.39 down the bottom. They just have not been effective in the final phase of these T20s, and that's what's cost them.
The last 6 overs, 22 runs, lads. And that is where they've gone horribly wrong.
That you normally put that down to when you're losing wickets, but they weren't losing wickets either. Two power hitters out there, though. Can Bazza get going? Nope. Well bowled. Stump to stump, but no, it hasn't been pretty. They're on the bottom of the table, and this sort of stat doesn't help them. The closing overs, 16 to 20. The run rate, 3.39 per wicket, and just a lack of boundaries. Just when you're looking to accelerate, aren't you, trying to go 10, 12 and over? They've been nowhere.
It's a good flick, and it just evades the man in the deep. Saw him get out in the super over. More of a horizontal bat shot that night. That's a flick, and it was Finn trying desperately to hang on to it, but a good stroke.
Yeah, he's a natural striker. A very instinctive player. Sees the ball, hits it. Would have been a fantastic catch. We've seen some breathtaking efforts from the fielders, so he had maybe got close to the ball. Would have been a stunner.
First boundary after 9 overs. You believe that? Down he comes. He loves that swipe down the ground. There we go. That's what McCullum can do. He loves to advance to hit down the ground.
It's the avenue of annihilation when Brendan McCullum gets going, and he's finally got out there advancing. He does this a lot to the quick bowlers. It's just a swat, and such is his power, he's able to get a maximum.
Yeah, he was out of position, but still had the power really to create that 6. Magical McCullum. Oh, it's a bit of helter-skelter in the field. Third man has come into the ring. Oh, they've covered the leg side bases. There's a long on mid-wicket.
Yeah, he'll keep fancying himself down the ground. There he gets the flick away too. More work for Finn. Oh, good effort, big fella. He got beaten on the left and he just saves it on the right. McCullum comes back for 2.
Gee, that's awesome work from the big English fast bowler, and he's having a smile. He's getting a high five as well. Not sure if he's going to rock one of those wigs, but you just see he gets there. But what I also like, boys, Miss Barr doesn't like the half volley down the leg side. Even when he taps it, he quickly gets it into his throwing arm. Doesn't let it roll away too much.
And it's the right way to slide also. We've seen some outfielders sort of hitting the turf hard and injuring themselves, or there's always a scare of being injured. But he landed softly on the ground and slided across and recovered beautifully. I don't think they're going to feed him with half volleys. So they're trying to set a plan for the bouncer, I think, or the short ball. Because every time the ball is pitched up in his zone, he's whacked it for 4 or a 6. He's that good with that length.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He wants that length, doesn't he? Well, most batsmen do when they're playing the bigger shots at the end. It's 137 for 4, 2 overs to go. Fahim now. He's got 1 over remaining, 2 for 19. Only 5 dots in that, but the economy rate of 6.33, not too bad. In the run rate, 2 overs. There's that length. That's what he sweats on. 1 bounce 4. He's very good down the ground.
Great swing of the bat. Sparing the front leg. And a back foot straight drive. Different range this time. He likes it. He likes hitting the ball over cover at times of point, but this was straight and sweet.
Didn't know a lot about Narayan's batting until he opened the batting for the Melbourne Renegades not last summer, the summer before, and got runs opening up, and it seems to have given him a lot of confidence, and geez, it's made him such a handy player, hasn't it? Besides his bowling, the mystery spinner, probably as good a spinner going around T20 cricket in the world, but this bonus, this power hitting's such a bonus for his teams.
Yeah, change of angle, good ball. It's the Yorker, always hard to get away. Now this is the highest score for Lahore in PSL this year, so they're reaching new ground. We're seeing a few teams start to hit new ground in the second half of these round fixtures.
Yeah, corresponding with a bit of that green grass going off the pitch here at Dubai. Not a raging turner either, it just looks pretty good, particularly stump to stump. Ball seems to be still coming on. The quicks can bowl bounces, so it's just more batting friendly conditions.
Yeah, they need 160 plus though, Flem, don't you think? 150 is that down to the wire run chase, or could be an easy run chase if you are able to keep pacing throughout. Oh, good shot. Brendan McCullum. He's had a hard tournament, hasn't he, as captain? So many disappointments, close games, but losses, and he's finishing strongly.
Incredible footwork. 1, 2, 3, and making room and hitting it straight. That is some cricket shot for you.
Oh, he's just the ultimate entertainer. Brendan McCullum, 88 metres. He's flying. He's 21 off 8 deliveries. You hope it's not too late, but this will be a good look at this side on. Balanced, so balanced, isn't he? The bottom half able to generate some power through the ball. Fine batting.
There's our inspirational drone up there. It's actually called the Inspire. It's giving us a perfect view. There's the Yorker again. So the one that McCullum got down the ground, I'm sure he was trying to bowl the Yorker and just shortened it up too much. That's the trapping of it.
Wonderful execution, isn't it? There's no more pressure going around the T20 leagues than bowling to a fired up Brendan McCullum, and Fahim, talking about what a wonderful tournament he's had with bat and ball, was able to execute that Yorker under pressure.
Still is a potent force, this Yorker. Different angle round the stumps to the left-hander.
Oh, bowls him. Terrific Yorker. That's what we're talking about. Under pressure, get it wrong and you might be going down the ground for 6. It's perfect though.
Wonderful bowling. I was wondering whether he could do it to the left-hander, but that's great skills to do it right and left-hander. But if you bowl that type of delivery at the death, it is the Bermuda corridor. You bowl there and batsmen disappear. And Fahim on fire. 3 wickets, vital wickets, particularly getting Narayan, who was just starting to get himself going. And it's 149 for 5.
Sunil Narayan out today.
Ismail Khan now. He's possibly got 7 balls out there. Strike rate 85 or thereabouts. This will be the last ball of the over. It's gone to Yorker again and just doesn't get down to JP Duminy. He thought it was going to go all the way. So 1 over remaining. It's 150 for 5.
150 for 5 of the 19 overs. Lahore Qalandars. इनिंग ब्रेक में ओवर की रेस होगी, ओवर की कार की रेस होगी, ओवर की अंश ओवर फैन के साथ.
Another view of the stadium here in Dubai. Very impressive indeed. The roof on it. It's just got a nice feel to it. We're looking forward to more crowds over the weekend. Thursday in Dubai, so weekend starting tomorrow. Here's Sammy. Oh, bowls him. He gets the wicket. He doesn't know. He didn't see the flashing light of the Zing bail.
Islamabad
But it's a beautiful start.
Ramesh, you were talking about it, the Yorker. It's still such an effective ball in T20 cricket. You've got to learn it. You've got to have trust, the one that you can nail the stumps like Sammy and Fahim have done. Let's have a look at this release. Just angling in. Does it go between the legs? Onto the pad, just clipping leg stump.
Yeah, they bowl well in the last couple of overs. Nice and full at full throttle and pace. And Khan gone for 150 for 6.
So Yamin now out there, 5 balls. And ideally you want McCullum on strike, and that's what's happening now. So Lahore were 94 for 1 after 10 overs. So it's been 50 for 5 since then.
It's not a diabolical story, but it still is a serious issue with this unit. Ramdeen was a bad choice at that stage. They needed a McCullum in. Yeah, just try to let him know that you'd bowl him. So please don't appeal. Nice and full Sami. The bowls at a rapid pace.
Hey, I love it. Oh yeah, Brendan. Set himself early. Didn't want the Yorker though.
Yeah, the ramp. And it's out. And on full view from Brendan McCullum. He can hit the ball a long way down the ground, but have a look at this great improvisation. Beautifully played, just looking hard at the ball, not shying away from it, scooping it for 6.
Isn't it unreal to watch? And he practices a lot. You can see he's in a nice balanced position. He got his head outside the line. He had the option to go either way, and he decided to go to the leg side. And that gives the bowler something to think about when you're bowling Yorkers. Can I afford to bowl another Yorker? Because if I don't get it right, he might ramp me again.
The flexibility. Yoga has helped that shot. Oh, it's gone through and 4. Costly misfield. That won't make Sue Jones too happy.
Sabzada Farhan is the fielder, the offender. Left, right, centre, Brendan McCullum trying to put Sami off his case, and this really should have been stopped. Maybe a bit of extra spin for the fielder to contend, but Sami is clearly not happy. Sue Jones, another one marked in the notebook.
Well, there's been so many elements of discipline we've seen for United with the Yorkers and pulling it back. There's an element of Ramden slowing things down, but McCullum, tournament strike rate of 105 before this innings. Now this one's 143. This is the perfect finish, and that's against Sammy. So we've got 2 balls remaining. They are 1-6-1. 6 and a 4-10. 1-7-1.
That would make it interesting, Mick, wouldn't it? And then if Lahore could win the bowling power play, get a couple of wickets, and they've got a couple of fine spinners, Yasir Shah and Narayan. Sammy's very experienced at the death. He's had a good tournament again.
Oh, he's got to come back for 2. Oh, he was thinking of just staying at that end. Oh, he's going. Oh. What's he going there? He's studying. He's stammering. So the other guy, they didn't cross at the time. But at the same time, I think Brendan's got to go back to the non-strikers, I would assume. He was trying to orchestrate it so he was facing the last ball.
Ramiz will explain all this.
I think in the process is trying to remember the rules. What happens if I cross my partner? What happens if I cross the popping crease? That kind of stuff.
He needed Amir to stay in his crease when the bails were taken. Then Brendan could have gone down the other end and they would have had to take the bail out, the stump out of the ground.
Did they cross? Whether they crossed?
Well, they didn't cross. He's come out of his ground, so they've not crossed. So the problem is that Brendan has to go back to non-striker. So he was trying to orchestrate Amir staying bat in the crease. Bails come off. Now Brendan goes to that end. Ball goes the other end. Amir's run out still, but Brendan gets the final ball. So, I mean, it's ultra manipulation, isn't it, for the final ball?
Yeah. I think the best result would have been for Brendan McCullum to not go for that single. Sacrificed Amir Yamin. In the end, it's 162 for 7.
One 1-6-2 for 7. Final ball of the innings. Needs to go big. And down the ground for 1. Brendan's coming back. He's stealing one. And it's going to the right end. And it'll be another run out. So brilliant fielding. Good awareness. Good throw.
Captain just urging the player, the partner really to go for the impossible second run. Fahim Ashraf didn't lose the plot at all. He threw at the right end and an easy run out, a big run out. But Brendan McCullum always making a case of extra runs, being aggressive. Would they be happy? Qalandars 163 for 8. Could have been a lot more for them.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. They were 1 for 101 after 11.1 overs. So you would have been looking to double that. And they didn't get to 200, so they've underachieved, but it doesn't mean if they don't win that, if they can win the bowling partnership, they can certainly win this game.
Yeah, the last 3 overs, 40 runs.
Yeah, match 18 in the HBL PSL for season 3. There's a couple of 30s in there. 34 to Fakar Zaman and Brendan McCullum, 33 from just a dozen, was outstanding in terms of strike rates. And Anton Devcic, 62 The only half-century scored by a Qalandar player so far this season. Standout Fahim, 3 for 32, and there's 4. And Shadab Khan, 1 for 15 with 12 dot balls. Very, very useful. Islamabad United need that 164 at a fraction over 8, 8.2 in fact, to get up and nail it. Do those in red. Luke Ronke, quite capable of doing on his own, really.
Oh, looking forward to the Ronk get going. Strike rate of 165. Really casual sort of guy, isn't he, Luke Ronke? Nothing phases him. He just likes hitting 4s and 6s. And JP Doomany, it worked with him opening in the last game because Ronke got going, so he could just bat at his own speed, make sure he didn't bog down one end too much. But he's a class player. So a good opening pair for Islamabad. Fakhar Zaman, he's opened the bowling a bit, I think, in the last couple of games. Very handy player, good with the bat. Good earlier today, got them off to a flyer.
You saw him with the new ball in the start at the Sharjah leg, didn't we, Ram?
Yeah, that's right. So what to expect? We saw Misbah Haq employ spin with the new ball, and here it is again. Fakhar Zaman with the new ball. Doesn't spin the ball much, but he's up against JP, who plays spin beautifully. Very natural player, can hit a 6. Let's see whether he goes for the big shot.
Yes.
Or just settle in.
It's intriguing with the spin, isn't it? Because the batsmen don't have any pace to work with, so you're wondering whether they will take them on. They have to test whether there's any spin in the pitch. But that's very slow from Fakhar, isn't it? That is very slow.
And you'd be afraid using your feet also, because the ball never arrives. It's flighted up in the air. Will it spin? Will it straighten? He's trying to see whether he can be hit for a 6 or not. Making sure that they settle into the act. Cool and cool umpires for you. Tim Robertson and Aleem Dar, who dropped a sitter.
Time for the Ronk. Lou Ronke. He get going. Very difficult to create any pace on Fakhar Zaman. Just doesn't arrive. So a little bit of left arm orthodox from round. Again, very, very slow.
So this is what happened. A drop catch by Aleem Dar. Oh, how could you? Focus, focus. Soft hands.
I don't think I'd like Aleem Dar in the slips if I was bowling. It didn't look like he really knew a lot about that. He reached for the ball.
Birthday boy, 51 years young, Anthony Hoffman, out of the Western Cape, Cape Town. 1 done, it's 3 for none.
Yeah, very good batting average, 51.
.163 could have, well, it should have been so much more, really. Dinesh Ramdani used up 20 deliveries to score just 9.
Yeah, not putting his hand up for pinch hitter of the season so far. Dinesh Ramdani, he was trying, he just couldn't get the ball off the park.
Just a few singles off the first over. Time for Sahil Khan. In terms of a little bit of outswing, see if he can close down the angles, get the shape ever so slightly back in towards JP Duminy. Look to get him through the gate. He's bowling from the Emirates Road end. All in readiness now. Side screen at the far end sorted. Stacked offside, McCullum in the way.
I really like that length to start from Sahil, just getting Duminy reaching for the ball. He is a nice cover driver of the ball, but if he's not quite right, there's a couple of catches in that spot.
It's a good spot for JP Duminy to be opening. I think it gives a lot as an opener to the side. Good against spin, and as this tournament progresses, we'll see a lot of captains using spin because it's getting a bit warmer. The pitches are drying up. You'll see more batting strips. That's down the leg side. It's a wide bit of movement, but wayward delivery.
That'll be a good ball to Luke Ronchi at the other end, the right-hander. Bit of late swing there, Danny.
Just enough, and you saw the Uber earlier on. He's gone on the inside track, this fella. He's got some information, and the Uber's just stalled a little. Oh, he wins, so he'll go home with the new car.
Yeah, I know that kid, Masab. Yeah.
Who?
His name is Masab. Well done, Masab.
Flashing blade, there's the first boundary, courtesy of JP Duminy.
Can't allow him to give him any width. He's a good driver of the ball and just short and wide. Proper cricket shot.
That says it all. I reckon he knew Sahil just as he released it. Oh, that's a little bit wide. Cut shots. Opening batsmen love that in the power play.
It's the one we've been talking about. See if he can produce that sort of line, straighten enough. And straighten the dancing too in the HBL box. It's been very subdued today. Mind you, it is the afternoon game. Wait till the sun goes down and they'll cut loose.
Will they be there the whole night, Danny?
They're contracted 2 years.
The whole day? Yep.
Indeed. Get Michael Slater down with the Bungler Bros next couple of days.
One of those rare breeds, Sohail Khan, who's got a very long run-up, or longish run-up. You see all these pacers now coming from few yards and not wasting their breath or stamina.
This is wrong against the Kings. He said thank you very much. 71 off 37 balls, and I don't know if they thought he had a weakness on half volleys or full tosses on leg stump, but they gave it a go, the Kings, and they paid the penalty, and then he started to get going into his innings and opening up the offside. That's a beautiful cover drive from the Ronk. One of the more entertaining batsmen going around in the world. Can miss out a little bit, but when he gets going, like against pace, 12 and over. Against spin, just 4. That's the outside edge. Well bowled. It'll cost you 4 runs. No catcher behind the wicket besides the keeper.
Yeah, it's just a little strange from Brendan McCullum because he's always aggressive. He'll always have a slip in place. And you'd want to get Ronchi out as early as possible in the piece. It's a good delivery. Nice seam position. Just a slight hinge of seam, and that should have gone straight into the hands of the first slipper.
And often he's a wide slipper, isn't he? He's not an orthodox first slip. It's almost like there is a second slip there. We'll leave first slip vacant for the keeper. And now, cost you. Big time. Dangerous Luke Ronchi. With that aggressive half century back in Sharjah. Oh, and he wants to be proactive, and he's going to get away with it. Now it ends the second. It is 14 for none.
Yeah, I mean, he likes that shot. He likes that flick. We've seen him to a couple of sixes when the balls have been balled on his pads. Miscue, but falling safe.
We're going to have a little bit more of Fakhar Zaman, left arm orthodox, and Luke Ronchi versus left arm in the PSL. He only strikes at 70, but he started with a hiss and a roar here. He started with a maximum. Ronchi.
So it's slow, short, but this one was angled down the leg side, so Ronchi just had to help it on its way. Such a power machine. Even though he doesn't have a lot of pace to work with, he'll make his own.
It's not good bowling. And disappears for another one. This time along the carpet for 4.
At that pace, you've got to hit the mark as a bowler because he just cannot go short. There's hardly anything on the ball. No spin, no pace. But I like the freedom with which Ronchi goes about his job. Very natural, instinctive striker.
Little miss hit. Oh, I think he was out if it was hit. Sunil Narayan, if it hit the woodwork at the bowler's end where Ronchi was running to, would have been the first one down.
Oh yeah, it would have been out, clearly out of the crease. Direct hit, oh, miles out. And not even in the picture when that ball had missed the stumps. There she goes for a big one. It's hit the top tier. Oh, that was in the arc for the left-hander to hit that gigantic, massive 6.
And the crowd are loving it. The white kookaburra goes on a flight and it goes first class thanks to JP Duminy. Now he liked that one. Once again, when Fakhar angles onto leg stump, he goes. And he only got away with that because it was a bit fuller. He's just been bowling short of a length. He got away with it for 1 over. This is beautiful again. Great swing of the bat. He would have known straight off the bat there, JP Duminy, that was going for 6.
Wonderful timing from Duminy. We've had 3 overs here. It's 32 without loss. Duminy's 13 from 10, but Ronchi 17 from 8. Hold on to your cups of coffee there. Be aware. With Duminy and Ronchi in. Now get ready for that Pepsi catch a crawl. For those gentlemen with the replica shirts on. Yes, Shah. Just the 1 over from Sohail and time for some wrist spin.
It's just too fast for my liking. He goes a bit flatter in limited overs cricket. That's why He's not an automatic selection for Pakistan. They prefer Shadab Khan to Yasser in T20 cricket. He's accurate all right, but he's not a big turner of the ball, so he's got to just vary more a bit. Just look for a bit of flight and the wrong guns. That one turned.
Yeah, excites him, doesn't it? Knowing that the ball will turn. He'll be bowling a wrong and soon. Head and shoulders, move for a million. It's been very popular, hasn't it, Danny? With the fans?
Yes, not so with me, but yeah. Right up there with the fans. Now we had 3 dot balls on the trot, and Duminy said, look, I'm going to release the valve here and fat 4.
What a magnificent shot that is, because he knew exactly where the fielder was, and it was intentional to play it over the infield. Control and well executed, poised when he was striking that ball. Good thinking from JP. This time he goes in a different style. Good use of the feet. It's a blistering drive, so taking on the leggy.
Consecutive boundaries here from JP. Saw him use the feet with the maximum. Now he's more orthodox down the ground. A lovely stroke. He moves into the 20s now.
Kids, that's how you play a cover drive to a spinner. Coming down the pitch, beautifully batted. Good end by Yasir Shah, but some sublime batting from JP Duminy. 40 for no loss.
Sun's starting to set here. It's 5:40 local time. And Brendan McCullum just sorting out the field with a change of bowling. So McCullum's going back to a bit more tried and tested class act. That is Sunil Narayan. 50-50, says Winviz. Sitting on the fence. Here's Sunil. And you can't bowl there, Sunil Narayan. You're going to disappear. Fuckers demanded. Now Sunil Narayan.
I'm sure now it's 60-40 in favor of the Islamabad United. Yeah, it's superb batting, really. Ronke, every time the ball is in that area, has lifted it for 4 or 6. The fun continues for the right-hander.
The last 2 innings Luke Ronke's had, it's almost like testimonial games again. They're just bowling at his pads and legs so much.
Get a message out there. Let's hit the top of off, please, gentlemen. And you, the message to you, out the way. Honestly. Again, too short. Protection this time.
It was well read by Ronke. Good position to play the pull shot. Well, that's the other thing that he does well. He reads spinner off the hand, off the palm. So gives him a head start. 24 from 10. That's such a great platform for United really to target this run chase. 117 of 94. If there are wickets in hand, this should be an easy passage, an easy match for them. That's taken at slip. What a catch, Brendan McCullum. Brilliant reflexes. He had the slip in. Sunil Narayan there bamboozling the left-hander. JP was very good against spin, but what a sharp catch by the captain.
Spectacular. We'd say a specky in Australia. Brendan McCullum having good impact in slip, aggressive captaincy, and this just turns a little bit away from Duminy. And Brendan McCullum wouldn't have had a lot of reaction time to take that, but it goes. JP Duminy out for 21, and it's 47 for 1.
Fans getting a little animated now with the first wicket down of Islamabad United. They've lost JP Duminy, so Shadab Khan. A teenager comes out. Starboy, with a hashtag Starboy on his training kit. Trying to get through that onside, and Brendan McCullum very quick with the hands. So an interesting move with young Shadab Khan to come out at first drop.
So would you send somebody who's good against spin, or just follow the regular routine setup? Really was well collected, jumping up in the air, extremely athletic. I think Shadab's promotion is because he plays spin better. It's about reading Sunil Narayan off his palm, because if you can't, then you'll have problems. Well anticipated by McCullum.
Oh, in the air, and he put himself there, McCullum. Almost paid off. 5 done, 48 for 1 here.
Well, the scoring is at a run rate of approaching 10, and the required rate is 7. So the Islamabad United have got off to the start they wanted. So the required run rate is very sustainable at 7.7. The run rate's just below 10.
Imran Khan Jr. playing his first game in this PSL, and he's got a couple of slow ones. He goes from slow to slower to his slowest, so it'll be pace off the ball as we've ever seen it.
We saw him last year, didn't we, with that wide variety of slower deliveries. The ball hardly gets there. Three men behind square on that offside, indicating, there we are, just on square, and 2 behind, indicating that the line's going to be sort of off stump, pushing across the right armour, and he pitches it outside leg stump. That's not a good line. You've just seen the line. You cannot bowl there at 6. That brings up the 50.
Yeah, he's being fed there, absolutely fed to a strength. And that's these last innings. That's what the opposition did wrong, and Lahore are just helping him out. No fine leg. That man's up, and you bowl on the hip. Just a shovel, 6. Easy as that.
There you are, Wilco. The first slow one really never arrived. Imran Khan Jr. Luke Ronke 71.1 in the power play attacking shot percentage. Sunil Narayan 81.2. Another slow one, and it's been pulled away just over mid-wicket, but look at the pace, how slowly the ball comes out.
Yeah, out of the back of the hand is a really slow ball. It really does slow it up, and it'll balloon bounce often, tennis ball bounce, sit up.
Slower ball negotiated. And it's a single off the last. 11 from the over. The power play brings 59 for 1. Big test this for Shadab Narayan with the ball. Shadab Khan can bat, but it's a heck of an elevation up the order to 3 in this Islamabad United team. So clearly Dean Jones and the management has a plan. Hoga Saf Pakistan. Go to Facebook. This is for a greener Pakistan, and it's a very good cause.
Cleaner and greener.
Cleaner and greener. Hoga Saf Pakistan.
You're on it.
He's found really good form, Ronke. He's missed out a couple of times, and after his big performance the other night, he was asked about that, and he said, well, you know, I just backed myself. I've missed out a couple of times.
Well, it's good to see Rahman Race. Well, he's batting a few shots there with Mohammad Sami. Rahman Race, that nasty injury to his right knee. Well, at least there's no strapping on it. That's a good sign. Not sure how much cricket he's going to miss in this tournament. McCullum at slip.
Yeah, it was not a pretty sight. Sharjah goes over that. It looked really bad, but thankfully no big damage done, so he'll back in the squad.
At the Gabba, I know what you're going to say. I think Slats, it was Simon Jones, the England bowler, who did that the same, but he went in with his spikes, didn't he? And it sprung his knee. It's the end of his career, really.
Yeah, it was, mate. He was bowling. Yeah, helped over the rope. This is Ronke at his best. He leant on that. He leant on it. He didn't try and smash it. And that takes some doing.
Gosh, this was just so beautifully timed. He hasn't smashed this in anger at all. Look at that swing of the bat. Goodness me, that's a good shot from Ronke. Oh, the Pepsi catcher craw chance is gone. Come on, lads, you got to do that. Get in the Pepsi Catcher Craw chance to win $1 million. A part of $1 million, anyway. Short, pulled away, 3 men back. Devcic, the fielder. 7 gone, 70 for 1.
Islamabad United.
Another change of bowling. Imran Khan Jr. is off after 1 over. I don't think he quite knew the line he wanted to bowl. So it's going to be Yasir Shah, whose first over went for 8. Well, this is a tremendous start by Islamabad. They're packed with batting, even without Andre Russell in the side. Andre Russell sustained a hamstring injury. He won't play any further part in the PSL this year. Oh, goodness me, son. Calm down. Head and shoulders. Move for $1 million. It's like a move for $2 million. All right, Ronki gets it through. His timing, he's brought his A game as well from Sharjah to Dubai.
You've seen him hit through the leg side so well, and this time just silky. Through the offside, he's timed it and placed it. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Bisects the gap and races away. That's super skill.
And when you consider he's got 43 from 18, gone again. So 44 from 19, and Dinesh Ramdin made 9 from 20.
Fastest 50s, Luke Ronke, 23. And Watson's in there. Devcic today was outstanding. Yeah, look, it's such a good start, isn't it? They're running at 10s. So run rate required from here, just over 7. Sue Jones would be so happy right now. Yeah, it's good to see him smile.
Straight down the ground. What a shot by Shadab Khan. Well, he's just proving why he's been elevated in the order.
Smacked Yasir Shah down the ground. There's another catch dropped in the crowd. Pepsi, Kashikaro, not happening, but Shadab Khan is happening. Lots of risks in it. Really went down low to get the elevation, and boy, did he do that well.
This is rather unusual batting technique here, but obviously it worked for the 6th. It's the first time he's batted at 3 in the PSL.
He really rolls his riffs over it, doesn't it? It's almost like a Nadal top spinner.
11 from the over. 81 for 1, 8 bowled.
81 for 1, after 8 overs, Islamabad United. Lahore Qalandars.
Outstanding start this for Islamabad. Chasing 164. This is the 6 from Shadab Khan. Promoted to number 3 in the batting order for Islamabad. After 8 overs, Lahore were 67. 67 for 1, so Islamabad well ahead of the Qalandars at this stage.
Yeah, and they got to 94 after 10, so they had a big 2 overs. But this is a powerful start. They're more than on track. They're actually a very powerful side, aren't they, United? They struggled. There were some hiccups getting going. But as we look at Ronke's scoring areas today, but it's that 40%. That's the concern. That's where the bowling has been poor, and that's what he got the other night. Now, he's going to take balls off middle sometimes with the right length down there. And I just think he's been getting too many on the legs. 40% down there.
40% of 61% leg side for Ronke. Oh, goodness, he's wielding a very good bat.
But we're seeing different pitch conditions, aren't we? And batsmen now tuned in. It's just coming on. They're trusting a bit more. Oh, I think Shane Watson alluded last night to being a bit too paced, and at times it is, but the batting's improving. Maybe the bowling's just dropped off a little bit as well. It's a better pitch.
Yeah, it is a better pitch, because just even hear the noise of the ball leaving the bat. It's so different from that which we experienced in Sharjah. Ronke had that 71 in Sharjah, and this partnership now 36 from 23.
The only thing you could say is that Lahore Qalandars slowed down appreciably at the back end. Maybe the softer ball with the ball spinning and less space on the ball might be the way to go for Lahore.
Oh, now will that be a wide? No chance for Dinesh Ramdin. It is wide. Umpire said it'll be 4 wides.
He's banged it in really short, banged it in extremely short, and he just kept on rising. Maybe just swung a little at when it sort of reached the keeper, where he had no chance. Yeah, just too short. Need to get the bouncer high, but not that high.
Again, it's so well timed. Narayan at long on. Well, whatever the result of this game, if Lahore lose another, surely they'll have to look as to why Brendan McCullum didn't come in after the great start that they had. Ramdin came in and wasted or used up 20 balls, getting 9. The innings came to a halt then. Very strange.
Well, I think they just wanted to have that power in the final 5 overs, because it's been a real Achilles heel for them right through, as well as those blocks of wickets that fall. There's no way they anticipated Ramdin would not be able to find the boundary a couple of times. So they chewed 2 or 3 overs up with that Ramdin innings, and that's cost them. You think of, say it's just 2 overs of 12 runs and over, that's 24 runs that they've missed out on, I believe. So in hindsight, absolutely, McCullum had to go out.
It's gone aerial again. This is a tremendous blow. It's gone for 6. And that 50 by Luke Ronke equals the fastest 50 in the PSL by Umar Akmal. 22 balls. Fabulous timing by Luke Ronke.
Just on another level. Maybe the pitch is better, but this batting is superb. The slow one, and he smacked it over mid-off. That's not an easy shot. Yeah, dugout's happy. What else could Ronke do? Just hitting the middle of the bat time and time again.
Well, that's a half a ton, and it's a good one. 22 balls. Equal fastest in the PSL. 5 6s, 3 4s, and it's the fastest in this PSL. Just one better than his previous one. Pretty well bowled and well negotiated as well. 9 gone, 97 for 1. 9 gone. Islamabad 97 for 1. Run rate is getting on for 11. And it's just over 6 is required. Change of bowling, Slats. Come on.
Yeah,
is this going to
Wilco.
do it for the Qalandars?
You know what I love about a good innings, Wilco, is it really revs you up. You're into this Ronke innings. Maksud, 80 odd. He can pass that. Can we see the high score in the PSL? He's got to get a lot out of these 67, but he can achieve that today.
Is he going to get that?
I don't think there's enough runs to chase. He's got to get a further 47 out of 67. So someone else.
I know who's going to get that. You know, Danny Morrison. He'll get that from him.
Oh, he'll get the bat. Oh, yeah. He'll ask him for it at the end of the match.
Well, Danny's sitting on 25 not out now, and there's a few weeks to go on the tour.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, DannyMorrison.com. Oh, it's the low arm action, and that's gone. Has he got the legs? Oh, has he got the legs? Sweet as!
Oh, yeah. Well, we looked at the ton bat. Maybe he can get a ton, will go.
Well, that's why I pointed to it.
What he's got is half a dozen maximums. The hundreds come up, 79 meters, and easy as you like, just stayed with the shot.
It's pretty special what we're seeing. It's one of the best innings. There's probably 3 or 4 in that category now. He's now got himself into the top 5 highest run scorers of this tournament. And it was a slow start. He missed out. He got the dark. He's had a couple of low scores. And of course, you've got to write in that book. Sue Jones, you've got to get something in there.
Bold. Trying to spear the Yorker in there. And they're going to go back for 2. Direct hit might have been asking a question.
Lahore, after the innings, would have thought, well, we've got a decent enough total. At the moment, Luke Ronke is just making it look so simple.
He's on his power bike, isn't he?
And he's out of here.
I'm going to steal that book. I'm going to go down. I'm going to steal that book.
Shot by Shadab. Well, do you know what's in the book?
Well, I think he's probably critiquing commentary. He's critiquing other coaches' dress sense. I think he's critiquing a little bit of cricket.
Oh, look. Hang on. Let's get in there.
Come on, in. There's circles, circle work. See, look, Sunday. That's there. Sammy. That's that.
Oh, this. If he only knew.
Actually, I'm actually not sure he's writing English there. He talks different. Maybe he writes different.
I thought I spotted 2 names in there, Slats and Flem, maybe. I don't know if it was encouraging or critical, but I think there was something there.
P.S. If they call me Suit Jones again, I'm racing straight up there.
No, it was Stats, not Slats. Well, now this is the first ball that he bowled in PSL, and he got the wicket of Misbah. And then, how about that for a 6? Oh, now there, will that be yeah, that's a no ball. Alim Dar's out there with the arm. No ball, free hit.
Yeah, the slingy action just got away from him this time. And all smile Shadab could have been really nasty. Oh, dangerous one, but a free hit. Alan Wilkinson.
Wilkinson. Wilkins. Thank you very much. See Wilkinson. It's a free hit. It's a free hit. Oh, it's a Skyer. Chaka to finish 10 overs, 115 for 1.
Lahore Qalandars.
Sixes galore. 115 for the loss of 1 wicket. 68-run partnership of 34. Shadab showcasing his skill and talent. That was off a free hit, but still had to be collared, had to be hit off the middle of the bat. United need another 49 of 60 balls to win this. It is not looking too sweet for Qalandars once again.
Yeah, Islamabad. First time this PSL and the other 2 PSLs, they have scored 100 in the first 10 overs.
Good adjustment there, Danny. Went hard early, got it right in the end. Luke Ronke, superstar. This leg stump bowling to Luke Ronke is not working, and then when you just give him a bit of room outside off stump, he can hit over cover, he can hit over long off. He's just got so much power. He is fantastic to watch.
Sohail Khan. What can they do at this stage, Qalandars? Pick wickets, block 4s and 6s. It's a tough one for Qalandars to answer. Need a lot of luck, something to happen to Islamabad United, resolve, and they play 2-3 overs of real bad cricket for them to make a comeback, Qalandars. Go ball, he adjusts well. Ronke very, very quick on his feet. And he's got such a vast range. He can hit the ball through the offside, the leg side. They've been rather kind to him by bowling him on the pads. Yeah, muscle power for the United. Is Dean Jones in there? Something inspirational to happen in the field for Qalandars to make a contest of this.
Devsich was good today, Danny, your New Zealander. You can see why he's been such a dominant T20 player in the last 18 months, like you were saying. So promising start for him.
Heck of a beard too. It's going well.
In competition with Misbah Haq. Who's winning? Who's winning? That's a good job, Misbah.
You know, didn't get the memo.
Hey, it's pretty even, Stevens. The beard win viz. What is it suggesting?
Yeah, gold Rambo. Yeah. He's chilling. He's not sure what's going on. He's asking the big screen.
Is it a 50-50 affair or Misbah winning? Ah, he takes the cake. He wins hands down. That's well played. Well done, sir.
Called it square leg, that one. Been mixing up in this over, Sohail. The back of the hand is slower balls. He bowled a slower bouncer as well.
Just asking about the growth, I think. KP teasing him. Oh, once again, he's peppered the leg side field. They're not learning, and he's making them pay.
Well, even if you go on the bouncer, probably a better line over off stump or just outside. Tough to keep it down, whereas that, you just help it on its way. You're not worried about getting caught. Just as long as you get it squarer than fine leg, you're going to get 4 runs.
Shades of marquees around the ground in southern England. Testimonial match. On the hip again. Let's get downstairs and find the stats gurus. How many times has that happened in his last 2 innings? Two half centuries.
Just 5 dots for Ronke in a knock of 66. Oh, just a little pause and he drills it over cover. Magnificent strike force is Ronke. 1-2-6 for the loss of 1. He likes it. And we have a go Lutlo strategic timeout. Big partnership, 79 of 40 balls. Very attractive partnership. Ronke 70 of 30. Imran Khan Jr. coming on to bowl. Base off the ball. He'll bowl those Yorkers every now and then. Was deceptive when he started off. His limited overs career, he was much in demand, Imran Khan Jr.
Now, once he's taken a pick, thanks very much. But look at this. Look at this. They're dawdling, and well, look, there's plenty of room out here. But do-si-do, your dance partner, oh, it's a fair clunk too.
About 20 years ago in a test match, Australia versus West Indies, Mark Waugh and Matthew Elliott collided. Matthew Elliott did his knee and was out for a period of time.
As if he needs some of this stuff, Ronke.
One for the gurus who know everything. Last 2 matches, Luke Ronke's had 15 pull shots. Add another one, there's 16. But 15 pull shots prior to that. 54 runs, 8 fours and 3 maximums. Feed it to me, please.
Yeah, that needed to go over the fence. It sat up very nicely. Shadab is enjoying this knock. I think is a very good promotion. He's got talent and skills with the bat. Started off as a batsman and a leg spinner. Shadab, good shot.
It's left arm, thank you very much to Shadab. Just sitting, slower ball, too short, a lot of time to rock on that back foot, swivel, hit it over mid-wicket. Bazza, the captain, might be running out of ideas.
Did not look like picking up a wicket, Qalandars. There's not been 2 overs or 3 over spell where they've threatened the opposition. Just been a one-dimensional bowling performance. That shot, and this should be taken. It's a good catch by Fakhar Zaman. He adjusted well. Shadab is gone, perished. Fakhar Zaman is a good pair of hands. He was running in, then paused and took a good one.
Well, you were asking about the wicket. He actually got that up nice and high. It surprised Shadab for pace and bounce. We found Fakhar down there on the boundary, and he won't drop those ones. Shadab Khan out for 32. Good innings, 134 for 2.
Asif Ali is the new batsman. Ronke has the strike back. 135 for the loss of 2. Another 29 needed for United to win.
Look, Ronke starting to fly up the most runs in the HBL PSL 2018 at a good rate too. Kumar Sangakkara, our first ball last night. Shoaib Malik got in the runs. Ronke bordering on 200 runs now.
It's been a very good buy for the United. Luke Ronke, regular in T20 circuit all over the world, and adjusted so well on these pitches here in the UAE. United won that last game in 17.2 overs, so that upped their net run rate, and they're not looking bad at all. This possibly will be chased down in maybe 3 or 4 overs. The other good thing about Ronke is his ability to play spin. As an opener, you could be only great or effective against fast bowling. But he's very skillful when it comes to picking the ball off the hand. He was good against Sunil Narine, very good against Yasir Shah. Completely at ease at home when he's playing spin. He's off the mark, Asif Ali.
Well, the thing is, whether it's spin or pace, he's a threat tier, isn't he? Because you feel like if you bowl a bad ball, he's going to smash it for 4 or 6, and even the form he's been in the last 2 games, he's been hitting good balls for 6. Asif Ali out there to join him, best of 26 runs.
Yeah, just going back in the crease once again, showing his ability to play spin. Very nimble-footed, very quick on his feet. Not afraid to jump out of the crease and hit the spinner straight. Good, positive batsman, Ronke.
He's also one of those guys that hits it in unique areas. They've hustled through here, Asif. Really good running. Pushed Ronke to go back, because you can see that part of that strategy is to get this as soon as possible. Help with that net run rate. Now, Fakhar Zaman came in a little too far, and then he had to go back, and in the end he made it look easy, but that would have been a bit nervy for Fakhar Zaman to get rid of Shadib. Now that is a peach. That's what he should be bowling.
Yeah, great ball to end the over, 139 for 2. Quick spin. Look at that turn, grip and turn at pace. .25 now. Narine coming on to bowl 2 overs. Will the ball grip and spin? That last ball from Yasir Shah did spin a lot. Domini started off the show for them, 21. Ronke has been magnificent in this PSL 3. Shadab promoted at number 3. Did a fine job. Plenty of options still up the sleeve. So there's a slip in place because Qalandars obviously want wickets. Dire need of picking up wickets. Now he needs to bowl a couple of good overs here, Sunil Narine, to put the pressure back on Islamabad United.
Crowds building here in Dubai. Very boisterous. Narine, the mystery spinner. gets clocked. Wow, over mid-wicket, that's gone miles. Absolutely hammered there for Massive.
Yeah, it was used in the super over by Islamabad United. Asif Ali, that was a fantastic six. Just covering the line over towards the offside and then hitting it delightfully for a big one. I think it hit the top tier.
So on that replay, as soon as it was struck, Sunil Narayan just turned and walked back. Oh, he's so new.
That's close enough to call, given. Yeah, it looked out, hit the back leg. They've gone for a review. No harm in testing the skills of the third umpire. They have one review left, so might as well go for it.
So the Raza upstairs, that's all good. We'll get on to ball tracking very shortly, or any woodwork. Still pitching, about middle-ish. Slanting. Go slanting. This will be interesting. Has it gone enough off the straight and come back? Certainly, height's not an issue.
Middle and leg, hitting middle and leg. Bending low, trying to go across the line. There's no ultra edge. Yeah, pitched on middle stump, impact in line, hitting good part of the leg stump. Review lost, and they've lost Asif Ali as well.
Lahore के fans कहाँ पे
145 for the
हैं?
loss of 3, Islamabad United.
इस्लामाबाद के fans
Gone for 7, Asif Ali.
आसिफ अली ओवर इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड टीम 90 runs from 39 balls. Please remember, back out, Islamabad United. This ball out.
The captain is in, Misbah Haq. Strike rate of 74. That's about managing your side of things when you're batting with Ronke. Let him rule the roost. He's been in awesome form. Just get a single, get Luke Ronke on strike.
Great views from the HBL drone cam. Misbah out to the middle, Narayan just attacking that front pad. This is how he got his dismissal here. Massive, for me, look, pretty regulation live. Oh, bit of reverse to Baz, no. But look, pretty adjacent. Just looked like it might have been just out of the front of the hand for Narayan. He's got a few different deliveries. Good shout.
I think possibly trying to repeat the 6 shot. And Misbah is off the mark. And after 14, 146 for 3. Qalandars would feel that they were about 20-30 runs short, because the way they started, after 11 overs, over 100 on the board with a wicket down, just couldn't take this innings to maximum height. Didn't stretch themselves in the last part of the innings. Dead keen on playing that reverse. He's got plenty of runs in international cricket with that shot.
Yeah, very adept at it. I just think you're right, Rambo. 25-30 short. Should have got 190. Position they were in. Just over 100. 11 overs gone. Oh, cruising. Well, very shortly, Karachi Kings up against the Quetta Gladiators. Yeah, Gladiators going all right.
He wants to hit a 6. Misball hug, that's the way he hits the ball down the ground, exposing the stumps. Seen that so many times in his career.
But Luke Ronke, he's been the story of this game, backing it up.
That's well bowled. Oh, it was read by the leg umpire. Now, it's been given as a no ball, I think, by the leg umpire because there were a fielder shot in the ring. I think this happened with Qalandars in one previous game also. If I remember correctly, Brendan McCullum there forgetting to count. Rather than not enough fielders, not the stipulated 4 fielders in the ring. It's going to be a free hit. Umpire just having a quiet word with Brendan McCullum, asking him to count again, please. Here we go then. Ronke is on strike. The quicker one, the slider from Yasir Shah only yields him a single.
One of the few times Luke Ronke hasn't got it in the middle of the bat. The free hit let them off a little bit. Misbah, he's been keen. He wants to hit a crowd catch. Might be this ball. He's tried a few sweeps, lap sweeps. Can he come down the pitch and try and hit one straight down? No, he gives himself room and just blocks it back to the bowler.
Watch the game exclusively live on Cricket Gateway. And for international viewers, cricketgateway.com. For domestic audiences, cricketgateway.pk. That's well blocked once again by Misbah. And 5 overs left, 15 to get.
Islamabad United. Lahore Qalandars.
Just a formality now for United. 15 runs from 30 balls remaining. It's been powerful, hasn't it, this run chase? And Ronke has been the main man. 76 from 39.
Just been waiting for Lahore Qalandars to actually turn up in this PSL 3. We're still waiting.
150 up for Islamabad, and it's come at a run rate of 9.89. They got above 11 at one stage in the run chase. They were sitting at 10 a lot in those initial overs, but it's been excellent to see them go about their business. Not so good for Lahore, unfortunately.
No, it's not. And this is Islamabad playing without the services of Andre Russell. Big player, not in the team now.
He's favouring that onside, isn't he? He's really trying to get himself in a position to smack it through the offside. Big turn there, no run. Oh, he's 2 from 10, the big fella. He just launch a couple.
Well, it's on a par with the same kind of effort that we saw from Dinesh Ramdin for the Qalandars.
Yeah, problem is though, they were setting the total, and now they know at 3 runs and over, you can bat a little bit like this. As Ronke keeps batting like that, and taken. This fabulous innings comes to an end. And another one that was rocketing out of the middle of that bat of his, just getting to the man in the deep.
Again, it was hit smack in the middle, but not placed well enough. The sound of the bat was perfect, and a perfect catch from Amir Amin in the deep. But what an innings from Luke Ronke. He's been the star for Islamabad United. Checking the no ball, and looks fine. And Ronke's gone 77 of 41 and 151 for 4.
The batsman is there, and it's Farhan, and there's only a little job to do now. 151 for 4.
Next left for Suleimana. Islamabad United 30 runs from 24 balls. कौन जीतेगा?
It's poised for the second game this evening. 4-2 and more entertainment. This one's been a little one-sided. Felt Lahore were about 20 runs short of where they should have been. After the start they got, we've seen them make consistently good, quick starts in the PSL. But Lahore haven't been able to get that initial power play and rapid scoring and turn it into something that is going to win them a match. They probably should have won 2 by now, though. There's a powerful shot from the big fella, and it's only gone for 1.
Yeah, 3 of 4 now from 12 from Misbah. I mean, in another scenario, he's not going to get away with that. But only 12 needed from 23. Ronke has been middling the ball fabulously tonight, but this time he finds Amin out at deep mid-wicket. Yes. JP Dumini says bad luck. Well, that was a fantastic innings. 77.
Sahibzada Farhan had a good domestic season, T20 and List A. And he comes from Charsada, which is pretty close to Peshawar. Dean Jones appreciating Luke Ronchi and Tausif Ahmed.
The suit is working, you know, Slats.
Well, he gave it up, didn't he, after a couple of bad performances? He's not happy, though. Why is he shaking his head? Why is he shaking his head? Is it because we're showing him? That's helped on its way. That should be 4. It is 4. And it's under 10 runs now. 7, in fact, for victory. And Waqar Yunus, very happy indeed.
Down the leg side so many times today. Lahore Qalandars, and the writing's on the wall. Just 7 needed. Misbah with his first boundary.
Yeah, well, their big run chase a few games ago was about this, getting there easily, getting there so comfortably. It's been nicely played. There'll be 2 here. Now it's 5. So, funnily enough, in these situations, normally a batsman likes to launch one to finish it.
Yeah, and Lahore Qalandars on their way to another record, which they really won't want to have alongside their name. The first team in the PSL to lose 8 matches in a row. They lost 2 at the end of last year, and this is going to be their 6th consecutive defeat. And Islamabad will move to number 2 in the points table, behind Multan Sultans.
So it's 5 to win.
So Wilco, you're saying that the only way for Lahore Qalandars to go is go up?
They've gone down. They went from 5th for 2 years, now they're 6th. But really, yeah, they've bottomed out, haven't they? And it's not been without being competitive either.
They couldn't have got off to a better start tonight. Let's be honest. They were 100. There was 100 on the board in the 11th over. They had a chance to make 170, 180 today.
Oh, it's worth a shout, but umpire is not happy with it. And coming in from outside off stump. And it's been given leg byes, and I think we've got a challenge. We have. We're going upstairs, and we're going to umpire Wilkins to give us a really accurate assessment.
Well, I've been 100% Slats in this. That front line's a bit dodgy there. And I think it's not out. It's hit him outside the line, and it's too high. There you go. Outside the line, 100% record still intact.
Oh, it's been given. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
Now, Slats, have a look at that. That's outside the line of off stump, and it's too high.
You know, for a guy who puts glasses on and they're that thick so you can read, you've got incredible umpiring eyes.
Where are you, Slats?
This will confirm it.
Yeah.
Good decision.
Yeah, I tell you, I think it's my next job. Well, there we are.
Tim, you are on
Tim
screen.
Robinson,
Stay
former
with your
England
original
opening
decision.
batsman, 26 test matches, says not out. Stay with your originals. Signal. End of the over, 160 for 4.
Well, any ball now. It's only 4 required for United. And picks the man out in the deep.
Islamabad United, though, are looking dangerous because they're just starting to peak. Yes, they've lost Russell, but it could be the right time to get on a roll and get into the playoffs and the final. First year they did the same. They started off slowly and then they picked up momentum and actually won the final. They won 5 games in a row.
I'll do it in singles. So scores are level. It's amazing if you get a guy at the top of the order that comes out and pounces on the bowling. They fed that onside shot of his. It was 40% of his runs scored behind square on the onside. And it just gets Ronke off to a great start. Everyone's in. McCullum's brought them all in. And it'll just escape the infield and run away. And it'll bring up another victory to Islamabad United. Powerful display. Just like their last run chase, Baz, it's been absolutely fantastic for them. Another disappointing afternoon for Lahore. And as much as they got a total that could have been competitive, I think they'll admit they're at least 20 runs shy of really being competitive. So Islamabad will win by 6 wickets.
Yeah, comprehensive from Islamabad. Lahore Qalandars, they haven't had the tournament. They probably want to forget all of these games. They've just not been able to win at all. But Islamabad, they're the ones with the momentum, with the winning way. Coach is happy, unit is happy, but it was all Luke Ronke today. Fantastic knock yet again. And it set up an easy victory for Islamabad. 8th consecutive loss for Lahore Qalandars. They just can't seem to break that streak. This man, it's all about this man.
Yeah, the last 2 innings, it's nice for him to get runs and then back it up again and show that that form can continue in this form of the game. Very hard to play the way they play, the big hitters, and keep it consistent. It requires such good execution, good shot selection, at times great innovation, and the owners will be delighted. They are racing up that leaderboard. But hard work, isn't it, as captain of Lahore for Brendan McCullum. He's a successful T20 player around the world. Takes on all the instalments in the different parts of cricketing nations, but would have arrived with such high hopes for Lahore, big city. And there was a dream of maybe Karachi Kings taking on Lahore at the end of this tournament, but it's Kings are still very much in the race, but Lahore, it's not going to happen for the PSL number 3. That's the scorecard. Dominic did get himself going, launched a huge 6, got himself out, but Ronke 77 from 41, the star. Shadab, first time ever batting in a T20 at number 3. That was a good contribution. And then the rest of the batsmen just had to finish it off.
Used plenty of bowlers, but it didn't work. Narayan, the best of the lot, 3 for 28, but 164 for 4. Meant Islamabad, 1 easy.
It's a reminder of how it panned out today, 163 for 8. Shy of that 180, that's what they needed in the end. Repsich was outstanding, 62, his first game in the tournament. And 3 for 32. Ashraf was outstanding as well. Ronke, though, highlighted 77 from 41, and United win by 6 wickets. And it's time to go down to Zainab.
Great win over there by Islamabad United. Shadab Khan यहाँ पे मौजूद है. Shadab, आपको प्रमोट किया गया आज बैटिंग में. इस नंबर पे ज़्यादा पसंद करते हैं बैटिंग करना?
जी मैं तो हर टाइम में पसंद करता हूँ, जिधर भी बैटिंग मिले, टीम को ज़रूरत है, कोशिश करता हूँ उधर जाके अच्छा परफॉर्म करूँ, और जिधर भी चांस मिले अपनी परफॉर्मेंस को मैं कहता हूँ कि अच्छा परफॉर्म करूँ टीम के फ़ायदे।
अच्छा, एक टाइम पे लग रहा था जिस तरह ये लोग कोई 180 के करीब बनाएंगे, तो कैसे पुल बैक किया?
जी बिल्कुल, जिस तरह का मेरा अच्छा स्पेल हो गया था और बाकी भी हम डेथ ओवर में फ़हीम ने और समी भाई ने बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की थी, जिससे हमने 160 से अंदर रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर ली।
ल्यूक रॉन्की जो हैं, ही इज़ इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हिज लाइफ, तो उनके साथ बैटिंग करके कैसा लगा?
जी बिल्कुल, बहुत मज़ा आता है, वो प्रेशर आने ही नहीं देते, वो जिस तरह की शॉटें मारते हैं, मैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा एंजॉय कर रहा था।
ऐसे लग रहा है जिस तरह के सुपर ओवर वाला जो मैच था, उससे इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड को बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस मिला।
जी बिल्कुल, जिस तरह के हम आपको पता है जिस तरह टीम जीतती है उससे मोराल अप होता है। उसके बाद हम जिस तरह पिछले मैच में भी लॉन्ग रॉन्ची ने और डुमनी खेले, इस मैच में रॉन्की खेला, इस तरह हमारी टीम अच्छी फॉर्म में है सारे बैट्समैन, तो कोशिश करते हैं कि फिनिश करें सारे।
बॉलिंग स्पीड जो है, आपको क्या बताया जाता है किस पेस पे इधर बॉलिंग करानी है?
जी मैं नॉर्मली बॉलिंग करता हूँ, जिस तरह मेरी अपनी स्पीड है, कोशिश करता हूँ कि उसी स्पीड से बॉलिंग करूँ अपनी वेरिएशन में का।
चलें, थैंक यू सो मच शादाब एंड वेल डन।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
That's what's coming up now. Karachi Kings, we get to see how their form is travelling, and after an absolute thriller last night, the Quetta Gladiators are back on centre stage. So that is up next, live from Dubai. But we will take a break. We'll be in the house with Alan Wilkins, and we'll have a presentation as well.